ಪೇಪರೆಲ್ಲ ಭಾಷಣ was some paper on the balance
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. The model millionaire. Okay. Yesterday only we have given the brief introduction of about the story. Okay. So first we will go for a free reading task. What makes a person rich and successful? Is it luck or hard work? Okay, that what? For make a person rich, and successful. What are the things we need? Luck or hard work? Which one we need? So what happens? Sometimes if we done hard work, then also we will not achieve anything. Okay, so output will be zero sometimes because we are not having the luck. Okay, so that's why to be a success or to be rich, both are very important. Hard work as well as luck. Hard work and luck. Both were very important. One can afford to be generous only if one is rich. Do you agree? Disagree with this statement? Give reason. Okay. See, one can afford. See, one can afford to be generous only if one is rich. Okay. Do you agree? Only rich people can give it. Only rich people give the things. Ah. That what? I will not agree for this statement because I have watched so many rich people. They were very conjuice people. Okay, they will not give 1 rupees to that beggars. They were very conjuice. Okay, so they will used to think of about every penny. Okay, paisa paisa. So they were very conjuice people. Even they were very rich. They're having crores of money, but they will not that they generously not give their or share their like money or wealth anything to with others. But some poor peoples, what they used to do? So they used to do if they used to give the things to others. They used to share the things with others what they were having. If someone was hungry and he was standing at the door, so now if a poor having only 2 or 3 chapati, then he will give one to him and they will eat the remaining two. So that is what a generous thing. Generous thing is not only of about for rich people, it is also for poor also. Okay, but the main important thing is that we must have the quality or that we must have the soul to give the things to others, to share the things to others. So then only a man will be generous. Do you know what irony is? Have you read stories with ironic endings? Yes. What is irony means? Irony means you are thinking that, okay, what happens? Irony, I will tell that. Okay. A cinema is there. Okay. In the cinema, what happens? A hero is there and heroine is there. Both were loving each other. Now, what the end will be? At the end, the hero and hero will be going to join and get married or anything. So that is what our imagination. But what happens at the end? It oppositely happens to our imagination. At the end, hero and heroine also died. Simply. Okay, this kind of ending is called as a irony. Okay, irony means so the opposite of what is accepted, expected. Okay, so what is expected to be happen. ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ think ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ that will not happen. That kind of ending having stories are called irony. Simple. Okay. Now. In groups, take up one story with irony as an element and discuss it. Okay, simply that would no. Take any one story, for example of irony and group in discuss now given. Okay. Next, read the lesson and understand the benevolence in the story. Okay, benevolence means the good character. Okay, so that would sacrificing, okay, or giving of something to others. Okay. Now, the first part is the lover. Okay. Now, who was a lover here? Hui Askan. So, write down the name. Hui Askan. He was the hero of our story. He was a hero of our story. Hui Askan was a very good looking young man. Okay. How Hui was? Hui was a good young looking man. Okay. So that you will get a first question that, how was Hui? Hui Askan was a very good looking young man. He was liked and admired by both men and women. So this is also you have to write what Hui Askan was a good-looking young man, and he was liked and admired by both men and women. Got that? Admire means praise. Hoglod. Okay. He never said an unkind word about anyone. He never said any unkind word about anyone. So now, liked and admired by men and women. Okay. Never said never said an unkind word about anyone. Okay. And another important thing what we have forgotten. Good looking young man. Okay. This is what the answer of a question. How Hui Askai was. Hui Askai was a good-looking young man. Okay, he was admired. Sorry, he was liked and admired by both men and women. He never said any unkind words about anyone. So this is what how Hui Askai was. Next. But he was not very clever and never had any money. Okay, he was not clever. He was not very clever, and he was not having any money. He was always changing his job and tried everything at one time. He had worked on the stock exchange. Now, what are the works he done? First, he worked as a stock exchanger. Okay. So first he was always changing his job and he tried everything. At one time, he had worked on the stock exchange, which had lasted for 6 months. So for 6 months, he worked in a stock exchange, and later, see, he had sent tea. Okay, he worked as a tea merchant. Okay. He worked as a tea merchant for a little longer than that, but soon got tired of selling tea. Then he tried selling sherry. Next, also what he has done, selling sherry. Sherry means what? Huh? Sherry means what? Sherry means a strong wine. Okay, stronger wine.
Sir, stock exchange means what, sir?
Stock exchange means you don't know that what okay. No. That stock exchange means what the current. See that stock exchange means what we will say that companies having the stocks. Okay, so that will be sailed. Another company, the office ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಈ ಯಾವ ತರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅದರದ್ದು ದುಡ್ಡಿನ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೆಬಿ ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಸೆನ್ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಹಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು work as a stock exchanger. Stock exchanger means he used to sell the shares of other companies and to buy the company help the people to buy the shares of other companies like it. Okay, so he worked as a stock exchanger first. So how many months he worked? 6 months. Later he tired of about that job and he left it and he went for a tea. He started selling a tea. He became a tea merchant and he worked this job also for a few months. Okay, and later he tired from that job also and he left it. So later he started selling a sherry. Okay.
Sir, sherry means?
Where are you? So the strong wine. Instead, but again he failed. In his job or in his business. Okay. At last, he gave up trying to work and lived on 200 pounds a year given to him by an old aunt. Okay. So finally, what happened? He tried so many works. First, he worked as a stock exchanger, later tea merchant, and later he used to sell the sherry. But he failed. Okay, he failed in that, and he stopped. Okay, he stopped doing any work, and he used to live on a 200 pounds a year. Given to him by an old aunt. Okay, simply his old aunt. Okay, she used to give 200 pounds every year. On that only he used to live. He stopped doing work. Okay, simply. So this is what we are having of about first para and introduction of about 2 years time. So this is the long introduction the author given of about 2 years time. I will go for it again once again. Just watch it. V.S. Kyle was a good-looking young man. Okay, he was liked and admired by both men and women. Okay, he was liked by everyone and admired by everyone. He never said any unkind word about anyone. He never said any unkind words about anyone. And the most important thing that he was not a clever boy. Okay, he was not a clever young man. Okay, he was not a clever young man and he was not having any money. Simply. So these are what his characters. Then he worked. Okay, so he was always changing his jobs. Firstly, he worked as a stock exchanger for 6 months and See what happened. He had been, he had been tired of about that job, and he left that, and he went for tea as a tea merchant. Okay, he went for selling the tea for a long time period, more than of that stock exchange, and also he tired of about that job and he left it. Later he started selling the sherry. Okay, but he was again failed in that job. Okay, now he decided to quit his job. Okay, not to do anything. So just he used to live on the 200 pounds, or his aunt, he's an old aunt, used to give him. Okay, so this is first para. Now he was in love with a girl called Laura Martin. Now this is very important. Okay, now I will remove that all these things. Now, who was our hero? A sky. Okay. Now what happens? He used to love, a girl called Laura Martin. Okay. He used to love a girl, He used to love a girl called Laura Martin, who was the daughter of retired colonel. Who was Laura Martin? Laura Martin was the lover of a sky and the daughter of a retired colonel. Okay. Daughter of retired.
ಕರ್ನಲ್ ಬರ್ದಿಲ್ರಿ colonial ಬರ್ದಾರ.
ಅದು ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಅದಲ್ಲೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಕರ್ನಲ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಓದಿಬೇಕಪ್ಪ, ಕಲನಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. So many times they used to ask the definition, spelling of kernel. So this is what the real spelling of the kernel. So daughter of retired colonel, and also the lover of Hui. Laura loved him very much, and together they made a handsome couple. Now, how beautifully author used to say that. Laura also used to love Hui Sky. Both were loving each other, and how their pair was. Their pair was made for each other because they were very beautiful couple. They looks like a very beautiful couple together. So that's why they made for each other. Of course, neither of them had any money. Of course, neither Laura Martin had money, nor Hui Sky. Both were not having that kind of money. They were poor. The colonel, although he liked Hui, the colonel, although he liked Hui, would not allow them to get married. Colonel liked Hui, although he liked Hui, but he was not allowing him to marry Laura Martin. This is what interesting. He used to, because everyone used to like Hui Sky. His character is like that only. Okay. Now, Colonel also likes Hui. He also liked Hui, but he wouldn't allow them to go to get marry Laura Martin. Why? Because he was poor. He was not having any money. So that's why even Colonel liked Hui Sky, but he was not allowing him to marry Laura Martin. Simple. Okay. Now, come to me, my boy. when you have got 10,000 pounds of your own, and we will see about it. He would say, poor he was very miserable. Miserable means sad. Okay, dukkapadal. Now what Colonel had said, so he put a challenge in front of Hui Askai. That what he demanded for 10,000 pounds. That kind of currency of Europe. Okay, dollar will be used in America and other countries, but in Europe they used to calculate in pounds. Okay. Now come to me, my boy. When you have got 10,000 pounds, he said that. Okay, Mr. Hoyeska, listen here. When you will get that 10,000 pounds, then come to me. So I will allow you to marry Laura Martin. Hoyeska, sorry, retired colonel said to Hoyeska. Okay, now poor Hui, what he has to do? Okay, he was very miserable. He was very sad because he wanted to marry Laura Martin. But now Colonel has challenged him to bring that 10,000 pounds. Then only he allowed him to marry that Laura. Okay.
Sir, pounds or retry?
Pounds means that kind of different value having with the different country. Okay, maybe 70 or 65 like this. Okay. Now the first part, the lover was over. Okay. So in this chapter or in this part, what you will get? You will get about who is Sky. Okay, and how he was, and which are the works or the jobs he changed. Okay, then we will get the above about Laura Martin, who was Laura Martin. Okay, and who was Colonel, and what was the challenge given to who is Sky by the Colonel. Everything we got in that section. Now we will go for another section, that is painter. Now in the first scene, how many characters we get that? 3. One was Hui Sky, second Laura Martin, third one Colonel. Okay. Now the second section is the painter. Okay. Who was the lover here? Hui Sky. Now who was the painter? Just we have to watch. One morning, on his way to see Laura, who he called in to see a friend of his who lived quite near. His friend name was Alan Trevor. What was his friend name? Alan Trevor. Now, one morning, what happened? He was going to meet Laura. Okay, so that time only his friend, okay, his friend Alan Trevor, who was living near of that, he called whom? Hui Sky. Okay, he called to Hui, who called Alan Trevor. Okay, Alan Trevor was the friend of Hui Sky. Okay. Now his friend's name was Alan Trevor, and the Trevor was a painter. Who was painter here? Alan Trevor. So who was Alan Trevor? Alan Trevor was a painter and a friend of Hui Sky. Okay. He was a strange man with a red beard. Now, how Alan Trevor was? He was having red beard. Okay. Enta dadi idave atinga kempanedu. Okay. Red beard.
Sir, red spelling wrong.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Red beard. However, he was very clever artist and many people bought his paintings. Okay. However, he was a very, very clever painter. Who? Alan Trevor. Alan Trevor was a very clever painter. Okay. He used to sell so many paintings of his. People used to buy them. Okay. Tan chitra baritane. He used to make the paintings and people used to bout them in a numbers. Okay, so this is what Alan Trevor. You got that? So now, who was Alan Trevor? Alan Trevor was a friend of Huiaskai and the painter. Okay, so he was a strange man with a red beard. Okay, and he was a clever artist, and people used to bout about his paintings. So this is what about Alan Trevor. When Hui, fifth para, when Hui came in, he found Trevor finishing a full-size picture of a beggar man. Okay, now underline that. When Hui Askai entered or came into the home of Alan Trevor. So what was Alan Trevor doing? Alan Trevor, he was finishing. Trevor was finishing. So Trevor was finishing full-size picture. Full-size picture of a beggar man. Okay. Now what happens? So Alan Trevor was painting. Okay, he was painting a full-size paint of a beggar man. Okay, he picturizing a beggar man's full-size picture there. Okay, now what happens? The beggar himself was standing on a raised platform in a corner of the room. Now, how he was, painting that beggar? He was not imagining the beggar's, paint or description. Now, physically, a beggar was standing in the corner of his room. Okay, just a beggar was standing, in the corner of Alan Trevor's room, and Alan Trevor was watching him and painting or drawing his picture. Okay, you got that? The simple thing is, now physically the beggar was present in the home or in the room. Okay, he was standing on the the corner of that room. Now, how was beggar? That underline from that section, you will get the question. How was a beggar? He was an old man. Okay, how beggar? I will express. So I will write here. How beggar? How is beggar? Okay. So beggar was an old man. Beggar was an old man. So that is the first point. Beggar was an old man. So bent and wrinkled. So his back was bent and skin was wrinkled.
Sir, wrinkled means?
Okay, I will explain. Okay, wrinkled with a piteous look on his face. With a piteous look on his face. Okay. So wrinkle means simply that what the kind of skin where collecting like this. Skin alla mudri astad gota. Okay, neregegal murta gotala musud mele body mele. That is called as a wrinkle. Okay, vayasadageಲ್ಲ skin ಹಿಂಗಾಗ್ತದಲ್ಲ. You got that? So mudri ಆಗ್ತದ. Okay, so that is called as a wrinkled. Now beggar was an old man. He was a very, very old man. His back was bent and see, his skin was wrinkled. Okay, wrinkled and with a piteous look on his face. Now when we will watch his face, so what was there? Piteous. So piteous means what? Karune. Okay, athanu nodidre ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? Karune ಬರ್ತದೆ. That kind of a face the beggar having. Okay. Over his shoulder, he had a, okay, over his shoulder. Over his shoulder, he had a ragged brown coat. Okay. So what is rag means? Rag means torn. Okay. ಹರಿದೋಗಿರೋದು ಚಿಂದಿ ಚಿಂದಿ ಆಗಿರೋದು. Okay. Ragged brown coats, all torn, all torn and dirty. So ಎಲ್ಲ ಹರಿದೋಗಿದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? False ಆಗಿದೆ. Okay. All torn and dirty. Simply. His thick boots were okay. His thick boots were patched. So his thick boots were patched. Now this is what how big explanation of about a beggar. So you will definitely get the question. Okay. So on beggar discrimination, his thick boots were patched. Okay, so that his boots were damaged. Okay, now they were patched somewhere. Boot ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಹರಿದೋಗಿದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗಿದೆ patch ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದೆ. Okay, his boots were patched and well worn. Okay, and with one hand he leaned on a rough stick, in another hand he held out a hat for money. Now what happens? He put one hand on his leg. Okay, sorry. One hand he leaned on a rough stick. He has holding a rough stick in one hand, and in another hand, what he was holding a hat. Why he was having hat? To beg. Okay, so this is what beggars discrimination. Another 2 points what we have to add here, that in one hand he was having a rough stick. Okay, and he leaned on that rough stick. Okay, and in another hand he was holding a hat. Why he was holding that hat? For to beg money. Okay, for to beg money he was holding a hat. So this is what beggar discrimination. Okay, how beggar was. Now I will tell that how beggar was. Beggar was an old man, bent and wrinkled. Simply, he was old, he was bent, he was wrinkled, with a piteous look on his face. How he was looking? Pity. Okay, he was looking piteous. Over his shoulders. So now on his shoulders, what he was putting? He had a ragged brown coat. So his coat, he was having a coat that was a ragged one, all torn and dirty. That coat was all torn and dirty. And his thick boots were patched and well worn. Okay. Now what happens? Last point, that is what he was leaned, or he had leaned on a rough stick in one hand, and in another hand he held out a hat for money. Okay, he was holding a hat in another hand for to beg money. So this is what beggar discrimination. What a wonderful model, whispered Rui as he shook hands with his friend. Now he was shaking hand with his friend, and he watched that beggar man who was standing in the corner of that room, and he said that, what a wonderful model. He was model na beggar. He was not a real beggar. Okay, he was a model of that beggar. Okay, and he was standing and he was posing to that Alan Trevor. Okay, now by watching him, Alan was painting. So what happens? The simple thing here, Alan was painting. Now came or enter into that home or room, what that time, Trevor was doing? Trevor was finishing the full-size picture of a beggar man. And how that model beggar was. The model beggar was an old man, bent and wrinkled with a piteous look. Over his shoulder, he had a ragged brown coat and that all torn and dirty. His thick boots were patched and well worn. Okay, one hand he was having a rough stick and he was leaning on that stick, and in another hand he was holding a cap to beg the money. Now what happened? By watching that beggar, so and said that or exclaimed that, what a wonderful model. Okay, so when he was shaking his hands of with friend, with Alan Trevor, so he said this. Now, a wonderful model, shouted Trevor at the top of his voice. So he was making a loud noise. Alan Trevor said, what? You say that wonderful model? I should think so. You won't meet a beggar like him every day. So Alan Trevor was also saying that, yes, right. He may be a good model beggar. Okay. So great model, wonderful model. Because he won't going to meet like a beggar him. Each other beggar in Gensigalla, Unde Ellunodak Sigalla is a very rare beggar anta ಹೇಳ್ದ ಯಾರು ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ದ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ನಿಮ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. Poor old man said Hui said that ಆತಂಗ್ ನೋಡಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ದ ಮೊದಲು ಪಾಪ ಓಕೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಬೆಗ್ಗರು ಅಂದಿದ್ದ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ದ ಓಕೆ he said that poor old man okay poor old man Hui said how miserable he looks. He said that how poor old man he was. Okay, how miserable. Okay, how sad to look him. He said that. Of course, replied Trevor. Trevor was very clever man. He said that, wow, of course, he was a poor beggar, and when we look him, we will feel misery. Misery means what? Sadness. Okay. You don't want a beggar to look happy, do you? Now Trevor say that you don't want a beggar to look happy. So ata ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿರೋದು ನಿಂಗೆ ಬೇಡ ಏನೋ? Do you? ಬಯಸ್ತೀಯಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ದ. Yes. How much does a model get for sitting? Asked Hui. Hui asked that you are going to paint that painting by watching that model. Now how much of money you will pay to him? ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತೀಯಾ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ದ. ಯಾರು? Hui asked ಯಾರಿಗೆ? Alan Trevorಗೆ. Okay. Oh, for this I get 2,000 pounds. Sorry, 10 pence an hour. That we have missed. How much amount he used to give for that beggar? Only 10 pence. 10 paisa ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. Penny means our paisas. Okay. He said that 10 pence an hour. 1 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ? 10 pence. ಬರೀ 10 ಪೈಸಾ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. Per hour. Per hour ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನಂತ? 10 pence for that beggar. And how much do you get for your picture, Alan? So you used to paint that, so you used to sell it. So how much of amount you will get from that picture? Now, who is kind asked to that Trevor. He said that 2,000 pounds. Now, how much amount you used to get from that painting? 2,000 pound. Now, how much of money he used to give that beggar? Only 10 pence to that hour. Now, how much, how bad Trevor was. He used to earn 2,000 pounds, but he used to give only 10 pence to that beggar. Okay. Well, I think the model should get some part of that, cried Hui, laughing. He's working quite as hard as you. Okay, he made a joke. Hui made a joke that, okay, you will get 10,000 pounds now. So you must give some share to that beggar man. Adralli amount ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇರಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಬೆಗ್ಗರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. Hi. So how much see work hardly you are doing to paint that much of hard work who is doing there? The beggar also. Okay, so that's why you have to give something to him. He said, no. Alan Trevor listened that and he said that nonsense. You nonsense. If I look at all the trouble or putting on the paint and standing up all day, it's not easy work, I can tell you. Now he said that, how nonsense you are. You are saying that to share my earning with that beggar. Okay, it is not an easy task to stand a whole day and to draw that picture. Okay, he said it. Now do stop talking. I am very busy. Okay, so now Alan Trevor was in anger mode. He said that, now stop talking. Just keep quiet. So just I have to work so much of things. And he said that, smoke a cigarette and keep quiet. So that cigarette packet is there. Take one cigarette and smoke it. Just keep quiet. I have to complete that art. He said that. Okay. So this is what the simple thing we are having. Next, the model. Okay. So now who was that model? Beggar man. Okay. Who was really that man? He was a real beggar or not? We have to, we are going to get it. So that is the interest in the story or twist in the story. Okay. So that actually I want to reveal it, but okay, leave it. So I will reveal it in the next class. But I will give that clue that he was not a real beggar man. Okay, he was not a real beggar man. Okay. He was an extraordinary man. Okay, he was a very, very famous man of Europe at that time. Okay, so he,
Colonel.
not Colonel. Why Colonel will come and wear the beggars discrimination? He was a different kind of Colonel. He was more. I'm saying that he was a very famous man in the Europe. That we will give richest man or whatever it may be, we will give it. Okay, in the next class.
Sir, Barana Hausberg.
ಆಯ್ತು ಇರ್ಲಿ, ನನ್ನ ಮಗನೇ ಮುಂದಿನ ಓದ್ಬೇಡ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. So what simply say that he was not a beggar man. His name was Baron Hausberg. What was his name? Baron Hausberg. He was one of the richest men of Europe. ಯುರೋಪಿನ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ. Okay, almost in every city he was having a palace kind of houses, royal houses in every city of Europe. ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲೂ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಆತನಿಗೆ ಏನಿದೆ, ಬಂಗ್ಲೋ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಹೌ ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ನೌ? ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಗ್ಗರ್. Okay, now why he was in the condition, or why he become the model for that beggar? Okay, simply whatever the things we will watch it. And how? Now what are the words said about beggar by the Alan Trevor? He said that, oh, poor, beggar. Now think about yourself. He was saying, poor beggar. He was the rich man of the Europe, but the Alan Trevor said that he was a who said that he was a model beggar and he was a poor beggar, and he showed no sympathy. What happened? Even he given some money to him. Okay, he considered that he was a real beggar and he given some money to him, but actually he was the richest man of the Europe. Now, how he impressed, that rich man was impressed by the who he aspired. Okay, and how he helped him. Okay, and finally whether he got married with Laura or not. So that are the things we are going to watch in the next class. Okay, thank you.
Good morning, friends.
Good morning, ma'am.
What we discussing in previous class, students? Yes. What we are discussing? Anyone else will explain? Yes, students. Are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
So what we have discussed?
Ma'am, regular and diffuse reflection.
Regular and irregular reflection. Then after that,
Lateral inversion.
lateral inversion,
Angles of incidence and reflection.
angle of incidence and angle of reflection, and multiple images also we have discussed. Actually, how to write classwork. And I told you that today you have to bring I told you that today I'll explain about the types of the mirror. Right now, students? So I told you to have spoon with you. Do you have spoon, students, with you? Spoon, do you have which you used to eat?
And
Okay. So mirror means what is that? A mirror is an object, smooth and well polished surface, which reflects most of the light falling on it. Okay. So this mirror divided into three types. What are that? One is plane. We say that spherical means spherical. Spherical means what is that? Concave and convex. Okay, concave and convex. Here, reflection characteristics. What is that reflection characteristics these mirrors have? Okay, type real or virtual, attitude upright, inverted, lateral inverted. Upright means straight, how we are like that. Inverted means reverse, in reverse order. Okay, laterally inverted. Okay, and size enlarged, saying reduced. You know, enlarged and same as it is how we are there in how we are there like that same we can see the plane mirror. Enlarged means we can see the concave, our face looks enlarged, and convex mirror you can see our face looks small, reduced. Okay, these are the reflection characteristics of what is that mirror. Here, real and virtual is there. Real means image appears in front of the mirror. Okay, what in front of the mirror appears no, that is real image. So virtual image means what happens? Sometimes you know the mirror will be there in one side, you will be in the other side. Okay, for example, if you are there, you can see, or if you are there upside, you can see in the mirror. Okay, what is happening in the front. Right, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here, if you are there here, you can see the image, what is there in front of the mirror here. Okay, that is what we say as virtual image. Here, enlarged means image is larger than object. If, for example, my face, if I look in the concave mirror, it looks very big compared to the normal. Okay, it looks very big. And image is smaller than the object, reduced. When you see in the mirror, convex mirror, okay, your face looks small in that. Same means image is the same size as the object. Your face is how is it? Like you can see in the mirror, that is what plane, in the plane mirror. Okay. So you can see that A, B, C object. See the letter is there, students. Upright means what is that? Image is right side up. So when I show the in the mirror, okay, I show that mirror, I write, and if I hold in front of the mirror, okay, it shows that upright, okay, and next one inverted means those letters you can see in the downwards, okay, image is upside and down, those upside words becomes downwards, you can look in the mirror. The next one you can see laterally inverted means just you can see that the right side words becomes left side. Okay, students, this is laterally inverted. For example, when you see in front of the mirror, okay, so in the mirror, in which hand you feel it? This left hand. When you see in the mirror, this mirror, which hand you feel it, students?
Left.
No, in the mirror. For example, you are seeing my video, right, students? Now I am in the mirror only.
Yes, ma'am.
You see now, I am feeling that this is the right hand in the mirror because I'm looking in the mirror. I'm standing like this and I'm showing this hand. I'm feeling that I'm showing the right hand in the mirror. So this is what laterally inverted. Okay, upright, inverted, laterally inverted. So
Lateral inverted means how it will work?
laterally inverted means you see that in the convex mirror, okay, a convex mirror, you just observe that, you write a word, any word and see in that mirror, it looks like that. Lateral inverted means, so whatever, my face looks in the mirror is lateral. Okay, laterally inverted. You see the last word is then a mirror word, how it is showing, students?
Ulta.
So right side words looking left side, right? It is turned. Okay, you see all three words. The first word you see, second word, third word. The third is, we call it as laterally inverted. Okay, here are two types of mirrors is, one is plane, another one is spherical. You know that spherical means, okay, spherical. So in the spherical mirror, we see that two mirrors. One is concave, another one is, what is that, students? Convex mirror. First, I told you to take one, this no, students, spoon. Okay, you just think this is a spoon, okay?
Ma'am, we taken.
Okay. Taken the students, you just see here picture how you look in this, how your face looks in this.
Small.
See, where I'm telling, so here this part inside, which you hold food inside, no? That part. You see in that part, your face looks, I think, enlarged. Will you observe that? Enlarged or small? Or reduced? Or same?
Ma'am, enlarged, ma'am.
Ma'am, reduced.
You see the spoon, hold its spoon like this, okay? This shape will be there, no? Here you have to see the face. It is looking enlarged. Some of you telling it is reduced. Okay, I'll come to that point. Okay, first I'll come to that plane. Okay, in the plane mirror, so whatever object will be there, the same object will be seen in the mirror. The object, whatever the same size will be there and distance will be there, it will be look same as the object. Okay, in the plane mirror. We can say that about the plane mirror is erect or upright. Okay, erect or upright, as it is, whatever the object will be there, it shows in the same way. Okay, it is virtual means what I said that if you stand here, you can just see the plane mirror, you can see the object here. Okay, that is what virtual it is. It is laterally inverted. So when you see your hand in the mirror, laterally inverted means the left shows right in the mirror. Left hand shows right in the mirror. You feel that. Okay, it lies along a line joining object and surface which is perpendicular to the surface. Okay, will be stand in front of the mirror. Size equals object, whatever object size is there, it shows the same. And it is located as far behind the reflecting surface as the object in front of it. So, if it is a plane mirror there, how much distance you will stand? Okay, how much far you stand, that much image will be same. How it looks, your image, it will be same in the mirror. Okay. This is what about plane mirror. The next curved mirrors means spherical mirrors. Curved means spherical. You know that this is what we say that curved. Okay, this shape is called we say that curved mirror. Curved shape we call it as. Okay. Here one is concave and convex we say that. What is that? Concave mirror and convex mirror. Curved mirrors are two types. First, I'll come to that concave mirror. Can you see the picture, students, in the concave mirror? How that boy's face is looking?
Large.
It's large, students. Here, so where we use this concave mirror, do you know that?
In touch.
You know this, whenever you will, father will be doing that, what is saving and all, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what they use, students? While doing saving, they use that concave mirror. Okay, and in the what is that bathroom and all, we fix that mirror to brush our teeth and all. So what is that mirror is?
Concave.
That is also which mirror? You can see the round spherical shaped mirror. That is also concave mirror. And you know the flashlight. In the flashlight also they fix the what is that concave mirror to produce a parallel beam. Okay. And in the telescope also What we use that? Concave mirror. So in the telescope, what you can see? The far object you can see as a, what is that? Big object. Right now, students? Why we use the telescope? To see sun, stars, moon, right? And also we can see the far objects very near in the telescope due to the concave mirror. Okay. And cosmetic mirror to produce an enlarged image, and headlights of a car. Have you observed headlights of a car? When you go near the headlights of car, how your picture shows in that? Yes,
Large picture.
large. So when you near to the this mirror, it looks very large. When you go far from that, okay, what is that? It looks small. Okay, this is what this is about concave mirror. Then we use the flashlight, telescope, cosmetic mirror, headlights of a car, and shading. Okay, this we use. Now, what is the next one? Is convex mirror. Okay, see here the convex mirror, students. The image for a convex mirror is always virtual, upright, and smaller. You know that the driver will be having two what mirrors, both the sides in front of the vehicle, right? Have you observed that? So virtual means what? He'll be driving the right side, but the image will be left also, right side also. Yes, no? Vehicle side, both the sides. One is right side of him, another one is left side of that. The right side of will be there. So by sitting there only, he can see left side vehicles. Okay, left side what is happening. Yes or no? Yes, are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? By sitting in his place, he can see the left side mirror and he can see back side and which vehicles are moving. Right? That is what virtual we say. Like. Upright. So
Means it is the same image or not?
what?
A virtual image is same image or
Same image. It is not a real image. Real means it looks very small. Okay, it looks very small, and also it is there in the far way. It also looks like it is there in the far way also. When you see the vehicles behind that, so just you can see here in this picture. Can you see the vehicle? The second one to the student. Yes, the same picture only shows. They look smaller. Things look smaller in this. Okay, they will not look real image. Look smaller image in this. Here you can see that convex is a smaller image. Okay, you can see the smaller image. Concave means you can see a enlarged, means magnified image. Have you understood about this? And so where we use this convex mirror? We use in the, where we use?
Girls.
Yes, students.
White girls in the bathroom.
Convex I'm doing convex. In vehicles we use convex. Okay. You find some more examples where we use convex mirror and concave mirror. You find some more examples where you can find convex mirror and concave mirror also. Okay. This is about mirrors. See students, the next one is who is singing song. Okay, this is what? Kaleidoscope. You know that how we know telescope. Okay, like that it is kaleidoscope. H1, be quiet. Okay, kaleidoscope is a device used to see multiple images of objects. So it has three inclined mirrors at an angle of 60 degree to each other. So this arrangement is usually kept in a cylindrical box and has a few pieces of color glasses kept at one end. So this kaleidoscope is used to see multiple images of objects, multiple images of objects. You know that telescope students, in the telescope there will be two images, what is that? Mirrors will be there. Two mirrors will be there. Telescope. So one is that what we say that concave and concave mirror will be there. So what we say that convex means it looks small object. Concave means it looks larger objects. Okay. Concave mirror we can see a big objects which are there. For object we used to see telescope. Right. What is this kaleidoscope? It is a device used to see multiple images of objects. So you can see the color students. This arrangement is usually kept in a cylindrical box and has a few pieces of colored glasses kept at one end. Some colored glasses have kept inside the glass also. So these color glasses, okay, color glasses looks in all the pieces, okay, which is arranged in inclined mirrors at an angle of 60 degree. No? So these color images will fall on those mirrors. It appears like this. You can see the picture, how the design will be made in the color glasses. No? The design will show in that shape. Okay, so this is what kaleidoscope we say that used to see multiple images of objects, and how this light, how the color images will appear. What is the reason for that? So with this we call it as dispersion of light. We call it as dispersion of light. You know that whenever sunlight or white light is a mixture of, it has a mixture of 7 colors, the sunlight. You know the rainbow? Yes or no?
What, ma'am?
How rainbow caused, rainbow causes?
By the sun and the wind.
It is a dispersion of sunlight due to the dispersion of sunlight by water drops in the atmosphere. Okay. like that. So whenever the sunlight falls on the white object, okay, white object means sunlight or white light is the splitting up of sunlight or white light into its color is called dispersion of light. You know that prism? Have you seen prism, students? Prism.
Prism means
Yes, ma'am, saw.
That is made by glass. Glass prism will be there.
Yes,
It
ma'am.
is triangular shape. So when white light falls on the prism, you can see the seven colors appear by the prism, glass prism. So it is like a glass. It is in a triangular shape. Okay. Have you observed in your science lab?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, no? So when white light falls on the prism, means when sunlight, you can just take outside and when the sunlight falls on that prism, it appears seven colors. The side of the appears seven colors. And also, have you observed that? We have seen that white people will stick to the round spherical shape. This these are we'll take the round pad and we paste the white color on this white paper or something. So what we have done, I forgot this. When you turn this, no, it was showing seven colors. My teacher has done that, and tomorrow I'll explain it, how to do it.
Yes, ma'am. Some when sunlight which pass through that form seven colors, ma'am.
Have you observed that?
Yes, ma'am. In last class we observed, ma'am.
Yes, no, you have observed that. So tomorrow I'll tell about this. Okay, just I forgot it. My madam was showing me when I was there in seventh standard. So I'll show you that. So this is one the prism. When the sunlight or white light falls on the prism, the light splits into as a seven colors. Okay. So that is what we call it as dispersion of light. Okay. How it is? When a beam of sunlight is passed through a glass prism, it is split up. Okay, split up is the one beam it splits as a seven colors. Like that, splitting we say that. Splits into seven rainbow colors. So the colors will be, you know that rainbow color. The short form we call it as, what we call it as? In shortly, what we call it as? Rainbow color shortly, what we call it as?
February.
Huh? With Gaya, we say that. What we say that? With Gaya. So V means violet, I means indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Okay? Shortly we say that with Gaya. Okay? Now you write the class work. Where you stop yesterday, students? ಏನು ನೆಟ್ ಹೋಯ್ತೇನು ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಬಂದಾಗಿತ್ತು Where we stop the students? Classwork.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾವ
Yes.
Ma'am, up to non-luminous object.
Luminous and non-luminous objects. Do you know about periscope? Telescope?
What, ma'am?
You know that telescope, okay? Telescope will be in this way.
Yes, ma'am.
Telescope will be in this way. Do you know about the periscope?
Periscope.
Periscope.
Yes, ma'am. If we see here, that we'll see in the other side.
You know that this object falls on this mirror. This object falls in this mirror. This is a mirror.
Yes, ma'am.
Navy is in Navy, ma'am.
Ma'am, in
Navy.
7th standard we saw.
Yes, army.
7th standard we saw, ma'am.
Army people, they hide somewhere and they use this periscope to see enemies, right? And also, you know, the objects are very high. Okay, if the objects are very high, we cannot see it. We can use this object also. This is what we say as periscope. This is what telescope. It is periscope. Write about kaleidoscope. It will be there in this shape, friends. Okay, kaleidoscope will be there in this shape, means cylindrical shape. Here you can use a cardboard. Here
Ma'am, draw.
mirror, S end cap, eyepiece. ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಗೊತ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? It is a device that works on the phenomena of multiple reflections how they used to keep that color glasses. So instead of that, if we keep photos, we can see the multiple choice of the photos there. Reflections with the help of multiple mirrors. Next, dispersion of light. The phenomena of the phenomena of the splitting of light into its constituents is called dispersion of light. Instead of words, but I. Okay. Some examples of dispersion of light where you can see that dispersion of light. Can you see when you will be playing with that bubbles will be there, no? Blowing bubbles. Have you seen colors in that?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is also example of dispersion of light. So when the sunlight or white light falls on that bubble, okay, it shows as color. Some examples where you can see that dispersion of light. Formation of rainbow. Okay, formation of rainbow. due to the dispersion of white light through the water droplets. And I told now that is prism. In that also, passing of sunlight through a prism also we can see the colors. And dispersion of light through a soap bubble. Light through the soap bubble. And also you can observe the CD. CD, you know, first CD you will be having CD, right? When you take out,
Yes, ma'am.
it looks in color. Okay, a round shaped CD, you have seen that. Whenever you want to see that marriage video and all, okay, you will use CD. Just if you have CD, you take outside and you observe that. Okay, completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is there in this lesson? Here, homework I will give you. The first question is there, no students? State the laws of reflection.
Ma'am, exercise part, ma'am.
Yes, exercise part. State the laws of reflection, right? Describe an activity to show that the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal at the point of incidence lie in the same line.
Page number
212. And next,
Ma'am, which question?
fourth one, fifth one. Take that fourth one and fifth one. Next one is describe the construction of a kaleidoscope. It is there in your textbook. Just to write it. How they construct the kaleidoscope. These three homework.
Question 5, 9, ma'am.
Fourth one, fifth one, and ninth one. Okay. Write these three homework. That next point I'll come to that. That I share with you. They go. There is discussion of light and the water sunlight. Water droplets is the water droplets are made of white. The water sunlight to the water is white to it will ಅದು split ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ನಾವು discussion of light. ಈಗ ಮಳೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ God is Father. Put the eyes in the near window in such a way that there is a possible window is there. Adjust the position of the ball so that the reflected light from the near part of the wall is within the wall window. If the wall is not right, fix the sheet 5 feet away. Reflected light is being to have many colors. Mirror white அந்த மாதிரி நல்லா இருக்குது அது ஒரு கலர்ஸ் நோட்டாங்கல்ல ஆஃப் கலர்ஸ் ரிஃப்ளெக்டட் வந்து இட் ரிஃப்ளெக்ட்ஸ் தி லைட் ஆஃப் தி ஆன் தி வால் ஆல் ஓவர் தி
ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಯಾವ್ದು ಮಿಷನ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು? ಅಯ್ಯ ಮುಗ್ದದ. ಮುಗ್ದದ. ಹೌದಾ? ಹೌದಾ? ಹಲೋ. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning. ಎಷ್ಟು ಪೇಪರ? ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲ ಪೇಪರು? ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲ? लिखती हुई मने
मोबाइल का बोलबाला।
ये तो पूछ रहा हूँ मैं, कहाँ तक बोला हूँ, कहाँ से बोलना है। विदात्मा मोबाइल का बोलबाला।
सर टेलीफोन अच्छा बच्चू।
पेज नंबर
65।
तो यहाँ पे हम देख रहे थे मोबाइल का बोलबाला इस लेसन में कि मोबाइल फोन और टेलीफोन दोनों के बीच में आपस में क्या हो रहा है, बातचीत हो रही है। टेलीफोन कह रहा है कि आज मुझे कोई पूछने वाला नहीं है, आज मुझे कोई नहीं पूछ रहा, मुझे कोई मेरे तरफ देखता भी नहीं। पहले तो एक ऐसा दिन था कि मेरे बगैर वो लोग रहा नहीं रहते थे, लेकिन आज क्या हो गया है, सब लोग मोबाइल को ही पूछते हैं। टेलीफोन कह रहा है सिर्फ और सिर्फ मोबाइल को ही पूछते हैं, मुझे कोई नहीं पूछ रहा। बुक संदिला ओके मतलब लास्ट फ्रीडल ಏನಿದೆ ತೋಬಾ ಸಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಇವತ್ತು ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ಹೊತ್ತು ओके। तो मोबाइल, यहाँ पे मोबाइल और टेलीफोन के बीच में संवाद हो रहा है और कहता है कि बात तुम्हारे तो बिल्कुल ठीक है कि एक ना एक दिन सबका टाइम आएगा। आज मेरा टाइम ऐसा आया है कि मुझे कोई नहीं पूछ रहा, कल तुम्हें भी एक ऐसा दिन देखने को मिलेगा कि तुम्हें भी लोग क्या करेंगे, नहीं यूज करेंगे, तुम्हें भी छोड़कर कोई दूसरा एक ऐसा वहां पे आएगा कि सारे के सारे लोग उसे पूछने लगेंगे। ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸಂವಾದ, ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಳಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಾ, ಟೆಲಿಫೋನಿಗೆ ಇದು ದುಃಖಕರ ಸಂಗತಿಯಾಗಿದೆ। ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ನನಗೆ ಯಾರು ಕೂಡ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ। टेलीफोन आगे कहता है, अच्छा बच्चू आज तो मुझे उपदेश दे रहे हो, कोई बात नहीं, तुम्हारे साथ भी कभी इसी तरह का व्यवहार होगा, तब पता चलेगा, याद रखना समय सदा एक सा नहीं रहेगा। टेलीफोन बहुत ही दुख से कह रहा है कि अच्छी बात है, अच्छा बच्चों अच्छी बात है कि आज तुम्हारा टाइम है, कल मेरा टाइम था, आज तुम्हारा टाइम है, कोई बात नहीं, क्योंकि तुम्हारे भी साथ कहीं ना कहीं कभी ना कभी ऐसा जरूर होगा, क्योंकि पता नहीं कि समय कब बदलता है, समय सदा एक सा नहीं रहता, समय क्या करता रहता है, बदलता रहता है। कल मेरा समय था, आज तुम्हारा समय है। 50 कहती है, उसी बीच में 50 आती है। 50 कहती है पर्दे के पीछे से, जो पर्दे के पीछे 50 छुपी हुई थी, 50 कहती है, क्या कहती है, मेरे प्यारे दोस्त तुमने सच कहा, समय सदा एक समान नहीं रहता। पत्र ಹೇಳ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಬರೋದ ಮುಂಚೆ ಪತ್ರ ವ್ಯವಹಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಬರೋದ ಮುಂಚೆ ಪತ್ರ ವ್ಯವಹಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಆ ಪತ್ರ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಜೊತೆ ನೀನು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸುಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಲ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದೇ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಸಮಯ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದೇ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಸಮಯ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ। 50 पर्दे की वजह से एक ऐसी है, मेरे प्यारे दोस्त तुमने सच कहा, समय एक सा नहीं रहता। एक मीठी व प्यारी सुरीली सी आवाज सुनकर दोनों चौंक उठे और अपने चारों ओर देखने लगे। दोनों मोबाइल फोन और टेलीफोन देखते हैं, ये आवाज कहां से आ रही है, कौन हम दोनों से बात कर रहा है। आगे पीछे उधर इधर देखती है, वहां पे 50 नजर आती है। दोनों एक साथ, टेलीफोन और मोबाइल दोनों एक साथ। अरे ये आवाज तो दीदी के बक्से से आ रही है, बक्सा पेट्टिगे, ಪೆಟ್ಟಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪತ್ರ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆ ಪತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, आवाज ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು, ಆ ಒಂದು ಪೆಟ್ಟಿಗೆಯಿಂದ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬಂತು, आवाज वहां से आती है, बक्से से आती है। दोनों बक्सा खोलते हैं तो वहां पर बड़ी बहुत पुरानी चिट्ठी को देखकर चौंक जाती है। मोबाइल फोन और टेलीफोन दोनों चौंकते हैं, क्योंकि वो बक्से में क्या पड़ी हुई है, एक पुरानी चिट्ठी पड़ी हुई है, बहुत पुरानी चिट्ठी पड़ी हुई है। चिट्ठी, मेरे प्यारे फ्रेंड, जो चिट्ठी आज तुम्हारी है उसे मैंने भी भुगता है। चिट्ठी कहती है टेलीफोन से, तो मेरे प्यारे दोस्त सुनो, फ्रेंड कहती है, फ्रेंड जो चिट्ठी आज तुम्हारी है, टेलीफोन से कह रही है, आज जो तुम्हारी चिट्ठी है पहले मैंने भी इसे भुगता है, जो तुम आए थे। ಪತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನಾನು ಮೊದಲಿದ್ದೆ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಜೇಬಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಇರುತ್ತೇನೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ ನೀ ಬಂದು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಮೂಲೆ ಗುಂಪಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದರು, ಇವಾಗ ಅದೇ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಯಾಕೆ, ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, टेलीफोन वो कैसे, ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ। चिट्ठी, हाय क्या दिन थे जब मेरे अंदर गुलाब की पत्तियां रखकर प्रेमी प्रेमिका एक दूसरे को भेजते थे। देखिए वहां पे कहती है चिट्ठी, हाय क्या दिन थे, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸುಂದರ ದಿನಗಳು, ಯಾವ ದಿನಗಳು, ಒಂದಾನೊಂದು ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಜನರು ಬಳಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಪ್ರೇಮಿಕ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರೇಮ ಏನು ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಪ್ರೇಮಿ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರೇಮಿಕ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಗುಲಾಬಿ ಹೂವಿನ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಗಳನ್ನಿಟ್ಟು ಆ ಒಂದು ಪತ್ರದ ರವಾನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸುಂದರದ ಪತ್ರಗಳಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ। यदि मुझे पहुंचाने में कुछ देरी हो जाती तो लोगों की बेचैनी बढ़ जाती, कोई आपत्ति आ जाए या कोई एक कारण से मुझे जाने पर लेट हो जाता तो लोग मुझे ढूंढते थे, उनको वहां पे आपत्ति आती थी, बेचैनी होती थी, उनको समाधान वहां पे नहीं रहता था, क्योंकि चिट्ठी अभी नहीं आई है। पर तुम जब से आए हो तो लोग लिखना ही भूल गए, अब तुम पर ही गिटर करने लगे। जब टेलीफोन आया, टेलीफोन से पहले चिट्ठी लिखना पड़ता था, अपने हाथ से चिट्ठी को लिखना पड़ता था, लेकिन जब टेलीफोन आ गया, कान को लगाकर हमने क्या करने लगे, बातचीत करने लगे, गुफ्तगू करने लगे। इसलिए वो कहती है, जब मेरा हाल ऐसा है तो आज भी तुम्हारा हाल ऐसा है। चिट्ठी, यही तो मैं कहती हूँ भैया, तुम्हारे आने पर टेलीफोन सॉरी मोबाइल क्या कहता है, दिलाते हुए समाधान प्रस्ताव ಏನು, ಚಿಟ್ಟಿ ಬಹನ್ ನಿರಾಶ ಮತ್ ಹೋ, ಚಿಟ್ಟಿ ಪತ್ರ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ನೀನು निराश ಆಗಬೇಡ, ये तो समय का भेद दे रहे हैं, सभी के दिन फिरते रहते हैं, ಸಮಯ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದ, ಇದು ಸಮಯದ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯ ಪ್ರಭಾವ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನೀನು ಇದರಿಂದ ದುಃಖಿತ ಆಗ್ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಮೊಬೈಲು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ। अवाग सिक्स मत नोड्री, यही तो मैं कहती हूँ भैया, तुम्हारे आने पर टेलीफोन भाई को दुख नहीं मनाना चाहिए, यही तो मैं कह रही हूँ कि जो तुम आए हो, तुम आने के बाद टेलीफोन दुख मना रहा है, दुख इसे नहीं मनाना चाहिए, क्योंकि सबका दिन बदलता जाता है, सबका समय बदलता रहता है, सबका समय एक समान नहीं रहता, इसलिए मैं कह रही हूँ कि टेलीफोन तू मत दुखी हो, बल्कि खुशी खुशी आपका स्वागत करना चाहिए। क्या करना है, खुशी खुशी से मोबाइल का स्वागत करना है, इसे टेलीफोन को। दुनिया में कुछ भी शाश्वत नहीं, पता नहीं है मानव जाति कल क्या नहीं खोज कर दे, दुनिया में कोई शाश्वत नहीं, ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಯಾವುದೂ ವಸ್ತು ಕೂಡ ಶಾಶ್ವತ ಅಲ್ಲ ಈ ಭೂಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದು ಹುಟ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದರ ಜೊತೆನೆ ಸಾವು ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಾ, ಯಾವುದು ಜೀವ ಇದಂತ ವಸ್ತು ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ನಿರ್ಜೀವ ವಸ್ತು ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಆದರೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿನ ಜೊತೆ ಸಾವು ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಸಹಿತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಸಾವು ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ। ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ, ನಿನ್ನ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದು ದುಃಖ ಆಗಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಇದು ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಸತ್ಯ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. आगे मोबाइल बात करता है, तुम सत्य कर रही हो, अब जो नए मोबाइल की खोज की जा रही है उसमें बात करने वाले और सुनने वाले एक दूसरे को देख नहीं सकते हैं। आपको पता है हमसे कहते हैं वीडियो कॉल, आप जब तुम मुझे देख रहे हो सुन रहे हो, तुमको भी मैं देख सकता हूँ सुन सकता हूँ। ये क्या है, वीडियो कॉल जो होता है, आज मोबाइल का जो एक सर्वश्रेष्ठ अंश हम देखेंगे तो हमें ये पता चलता है कि मोबाइल के फोन में आज हम बात करते करते उनको देख नहीं सकते हैं। ಕೇವಲ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬಹುದಿತ್ತು, ಹೌದಾ? ಮಾತಾಡಬಹುದಿತ್ತು. ಇವಾಗ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಮಾತನಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅವನ ಮುಖ ನೋಡಿ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಬಹುದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ ಅವ್ರು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವನ ಮುಖ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಬ್ಬರ ಒಂದು ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನ್ ಅಂತ ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಆ ವಸ್ತು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಸಂಪರ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ತಂದು ನಾವು ಮಾತನಾಡುವಾಗ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್। यही कहता है तुम सत्य कह रही हो बहन, अब जो नए मोबाइल की खोज मानव ने किया है उसमें बात करने वाले व सुनने वाले एक दूसरे को क्या करते हैं, क्या कर सकते हैं, देख सकते हैं। इವು ಕೂಡ ಆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅವರ ಮುಖಚರ್ಯೆ, ಅವರ ಮನೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಂತ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಆ ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬಹುದು। ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಚಹರೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದಿದ್ದಂತ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಮಾತನಾಡ್ತಾನೆ। ಇದರ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕಾಲ ಅತಿ ಮುಂದುವರೆದ ಕಾಲ ಆಗಿದೆ। ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಈ ಒಂದು ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ತಲುಪಿವಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಹಿಂದೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಾಧನೆ ನಮ್ದು ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಆ ಮೊಬೈಲು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ। ಮುಂದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಮಾನವ ಜಾತಿ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಆ ಮಾನವ ಜಾತಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸಾಧನವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೆ ತರಬಹುದು, ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದಿನ ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಥಿತಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬರಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಆ ಮೊಬೈಲು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ। चिट्ठी कैसी है मुस्कुराते हुए कहती है, इसलिए मैं तो यही कहती हूँ जो मिल जाए जितना मिल जाए उसी में खुश रहना सीखो। जो मिलता है जो मिल रहा है खुशी खुशी से हमें क्या करना है, अपनाना है। ये नहीं कि मुझे वही चाहिए यही चाहिए, मैं ऐसा ही था वैसा ही था, मैं ऐसा ही रहूंगा वैसे ही रहूंगा, ये तो वस्तु ही है। लेकिन मानव जब जन्म लेता है, मानव का जब जन्म होता है, मानव धीरे 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 बढ़ता 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 युवक होता है। युवक के साथ आगे उसके भी दिन एक ऐसी आती है कि वो भी वृद्धाप्य को बुढ़ापा आ जाता है। ಮಾನವನು ಕೂಡ ಮುದುಕಾಗಲೇಬೇಕು, ಅದು ಮಾನವ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತು ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಏನೋ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದು ಹುಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತು ಸಾವಿನ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಹಂತವಾದವಲ್ಲ ಆ ಹಂತನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪಾರ್ ಮಾಡಿನೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದ ಪಯಣ साबित। इसलिए वहां पे चिट्ठी कहती है, ये तो कहती है कि मैं कितना मिल जाए जो मिल जाए उसी में खुश रहना चाहिए। ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಿಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿ ಆನಂದದಿಂದ ಇರಬೇಕು। मोबाइल और चिट्ठी की बातें सुनकर टेलीफोन ने अपनी स्थिति को समझना और मुस्कुराकर दोनों को गले लगा लिया। टेलीफोन क्या करता है कि दोनों की बातें सुनकर बात समझता है, सही कहता है कि हम आपस में गले लगते हैं दोनों के दोनों। जैसे ही गले मिले तो मोबाइल पर रिंगटोन बज उठी। देखिए रिंगटोन क्या थी, मोबाइल की जो रिंगटोन, आप भी रिंगटोन रखते हो, जब मोबाइल का फोन आता है वहां पे रिंगटोन बजती है। देखिए यहाँ भी रिंगटोन बजता है, कौन सा, जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना। देखिए इतनी एक मधुर वहां पे रिंग बजती है, क्या है, जिंदगी ये सफर है सुहाना। जिंदगी क्या है, एक सफर है सुहाना ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಒಂದು ಹಾದಿ ಇದೆ, ನಡೆಯುವ ಹಾದಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ ಇದೆ। यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना, यहाँ कोई नहीं जानता कि कल क्या होता है, कल क्या होता है किसी को नहीं पता। सबको ये पता था कि कल क्या होने वाला है, तो आज हम इस प्रकार से नहीं ला सकते। लेकिन ये बात अच्छी है कि कल क्या होता है हमें बिल्कुल नहीं पता रहता है। इसलिए वहां पे कहती हैं जिंदगी ये सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या उसने जाना ಹಿಂದಿ ಒಂದು ಸಾಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ಹಿಂದಿ ಹಾಡಿದೆ ಈ ಹಾಡು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಒಂದು ಮಧುರವಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಹಾಡಿದೆ ಈ ಹಾಡು ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದ ಮೌಲ್ಯ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಜೀವನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ದಡದಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ದಡಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಈ ಹಾಡಿನ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ धीरे धीरे क्या होता है पर्दा गिरता है यानी नाटक समाप्त होता है हमें ये समझ में आ गया कि समय एक सा नहीं रहता समय बदलता रहता है ताकि कोई वस्तु ना आ जाए लेकिन हमें आज क्या करना है उसे अपनाना है आज देखिए तुम आज बच्चे हो जो छात्र तुमसे कह रहा हूं आज तुम बच्चे हो कल तुम युवक हो जाओगे तरुण हो जाओगे मध्य वर्ष में तुम आ जाओगे आगे एक ना एक दिन तुम्हें भी बुढ़ापा आएगा सबको आएगा बुढ़ापा आने के बाद तुम ये नहीं कह सकते कि मैं फिर से बचपन में ही जाऊंगा मैं प्रौढ़ावस्था में जाऊंगा नहीं कर सकते यानी जो आता है उसे हमें क्या करना है भुगतना है ये था मोबाइल का बोलबाला पाठ का विवरण जो समझ में आपको नहीं आया है मुझे पूछ सकते हैं ಏನಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿ
ಸರ್ ಚಿಟ್ಟಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್
ಹರೀಶ ಏನು
ಸರ್ ಪೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ 66 ಚಿಟ್ಟಿದು ಒಂದ್ ಪ್ಯಾರ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ರಿ
66
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್
ಯಾವುದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ
सर 5th में मोबाइल आगना दर
हाँ यही तो मैं कहती हूँ भैया
यस सर
ಒಂದು ತರಗ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತಂತೆ ಏನು ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಇಲ್ಲ ಓದು
सर प्यारने ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೌಟ್
ಅದನ್ನ ತರಗ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಂತೆ ಏಳು ಮಾತು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಓದು
यही तो मैं कहती हूँ भैया तुम्हारे आने पर टेलीफोन भाई को दुख नहीं माना है बल्कि खुशी खुशी आपका स्वागत करना चाहिए दुनिया में कुछ भी शाश्वत नहीं पता नहीं है मानव जाति कल क्या नहीं खोज कर दे
हाँ सुनिए हरीश ಕೇಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಿಟ್ಟಿ ಪತ್ರ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ಗೆ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ मोबाइल है तो ये नो किसी बार निराश मत हो ये तो समय का एक सभी के दिन फिरते रहते हैं ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಮಯ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಸಮಯ ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ನಿಲ್ಲುವ ಸಾಧನ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸಮಯ ಬದಲಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಸಮಯ ಇತ್ತು ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ನಂತರ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಬಂತು ಇವಾಗ ನಾನ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ यही तो मैं कहती हूँ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಚಿಟ್ಟಿನೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಏನು तुम्हारे आने पर टेलीफोन भाई को दुख नहीं मनाना चाहिए टेलीफोन क्या है गुस्से में है और दुख मना रहा है कि तुम आ गए हो मुझे कोई नहीं पूछ रहा ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಏನ್ ಆಗ್ತದ ನೀನು ಬಂದಿಯಲ್ಲ ನೀನು ಯಾವಾಗ ಈ ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾಲಿಟ್ಟಿ ಅವತ್ತ ಹಿಡಿದು ನನಗೆ ಯಾರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಆ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಈ ಮಾತಿಗೆ ಚಿಟ್ಟಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಏನು बल्कि खुशी खुशी आपका स्वागत करना चाहिए ಏನ್ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ನಿನ್ನ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಯಾಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು दुनिया में कुछ भी शाश्वत नहीं है ये जो दुनिया है ये भूमि ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಈ ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವುದೂ ವಸ್ತು ಕೂಡ ಶಾಶ್ವತ ಅಲ್ಲ ಯಾವುದೂ ಶಾಶ್ವತ ಅಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ತಾತ್ಕಾಲಿಕ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಪತಾ नहीं ये मानव जाति कल क्या नहीं खोज कर दे ಇವತ್ತು ಮೊದಲು ಪತ್ರ ಇತ್ತು ನಂತರ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಬಂತು ಇವಾಗ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಇದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಾಳೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಮಾನವ ಜಾತಿ ಅಂತ ಏನಿದಲ್ಲ ಈ ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಏನಿದಲ್ಲ ಈ ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಈ ಮಾನವರು ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ವಸ್ತು ಸಾಧನವನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತಾರ ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗಬಾರ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿರಾಶೆ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಆ ಚಿಟ್ಟಿ ಪತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ Understood? Harish.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next lesson, अभिनव गीत. हरिशंकर कश्यप जी द्वारा लिखित अभिनव गीत. कई पट्ट ಬರ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. स्वाति चल रहा है. कई परिचय. कई परिचय. नाम. हरिशंकर कश्यप. शंकर. हरिशंकर कश्यप. हरिशंकर कश्यप. हिंदी के प्रसिद्ध बाल साहित्यकार. प्रसिद्ध बाल.
सर आपने लिखा है कवि परिचय सर.
इसका लिखा है हूँ.
हाँ
No,
सर.
sir.
के पहले ही लिखा है सर.
आप तो देख लीजिए ना. बाल साहित्यकार हैं.
No, sir, not written.
हाँ
Sir, ಇದು ಬರ್ಸಿಲ್ರಿ ಪೈಲ.
ಯಾವಾಗ.
सर पर्ची लेसन के फर्स्ट में लिखा है फिर लेसन चालू किया है.
सर इल्री ಬರ್ಸಿಲ್ರಿ सर.
ಮೊಬೈಲ್ का बोल बार ಸುರೇಖ ಶರ್ಮಾ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಸಿರಿ.
ನಾನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಭಿನವ್ ಗೀತ್ पाठ 10. हैप्पी देखिए पाठ 10 है अभिनव गीत. ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ साहित्यकार में मस्कर कविगण. रचना का प्रमुख रचनाएं. प्रमुख रचनाएं. झरना. झरना. मेरे देश के महान बालक. मेरे देश के महान बालक. मेरे देश के महान बालक. मेरे देश के मंदिर.
Sir झरना no sir that.
मेरे देश के महान बालक. मेरे देश के मंदिर, पूजा के फूल, आदि।
सर साइड प्लीज।
हाँ,
सर शरीर।
मेरे देश के मंदिर, पूजा के फूल, ನೋಡೋಣ ಇನ್ನ ಚಾಲೂ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೂತು ಬರೀ ನೀ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬರ ನನ್ನ ಪಾಠ ಯಾವ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಪಾಠ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೆ ನೀ ಬರ್ಕೊಳಗ್ರಿ ಅವ್ರೇನ್ ಬರ್ಕೋತಾರ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದಾಗ ದುಡ್ಡದಾಗ ಬರೋ ಮುಖ್ಯ ನಾ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಪಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ಬೇಕು हो गया गीता?
नो सर।
कंप्लीट? तो देखिए यहाँ पे हरिशंकर कश्यप जी द्वारा लिखित अभिनव गीत, इस कविता के द्वारा बच्चे जीने की कला सीखते हैं। यहाँ पे इस कविता के माध्यम से हमें ये पता चलता है कि जीने की कला क्या है, किस प्रकार से हम जीते हैं और कष्ट के समय में भी हंसते रहने और सबको सुख देने रहने की कला का परिचय दिलाना इस कविता का उद्देश्य है। इस कविता का फिर और एक उद्देश्य क्या है, कष्ट के समय में भी ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಕೂಡ ನಗುನಗುತ್ತಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಹೆದರದೆ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಕೂಡ ಧೈರ್ಯವನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ನಾವು ಮುಂದೆ ಸಾಗೋಣ ಅಂತ ಈ ಒಂದು क्योंकि हमारा जीवन सुख और दुख के दोनों का सम्मिश्रण है। यहाँ पे जीवन में सुख भी आता है, दुख भी आता है, इसलिए हमारे जो जीवन का जो चलती का नाम जीवन है, इस जीवन में क्या आता है, सुख भी आता है, दुख भी आता है, कष्ट भी आता है, नष्ट भी आता है, सब कुछ आता है, लेकिन हमें वहां पे न घबराते हुए आगे बढ़ने की कला जो है यहाँ पे हमें सीखने को मिलती है। इसलिए अभिनव गीत यहाँ पे हरिशंकर प्रसाद जी बच्चों को एक अच्छा सा संदेश वहां पे देना चाहते हैं। ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಖನೂ ಕೂಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ದುಃಖ ಕೂಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ಕಷ್ಟ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಗುತ್ತಾ ನಾವು ಮುಂದೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಎಂಬುದು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕವಿತೆ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಪದ್ಯದ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ। ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಪದ್ಯ ಏನಿದೆ, फूल सदा हंसते रहते हैं, फूल सदा हंसते रहते हैं, खिल कर झड़ते रहते हैं। फूल सदा हंसते रहते हैं, खिल कर झड़ते रहते हैं, रंग बिरंगी मोहक छवि से अपने अंतर की सुगंध से, रंग बिरंगी मोहक छवि से अपने अंतर की सुगंध से, तन से मन से निज जीवन से सब जग को सुरभित करते हैं। फूल सदा हंसते रहते हैं, रहो सदा सबसे हिल मिलकर, कष्ट सहो जीवन में हंस कर, रहो सदा सबसे हिल मिलजुल कर, कष्ट सहो जीवन में हंस कर, जीवन सदा सबको सुख देकर, फूल ही हमसे कहते हैं, फूल सदा हंसते रहते हैं। ये छोटा सा वहां पे कविता है, लेकिन ये छोटी सी कविता में हमें बहुत बड़ी एक जानकारी हासिल होती है। इस छोटी सी कविता में ये बहुत अच्छी हमें वहां पे बात समझने को मिलती है। क्या मिलती है, देखिए, फूल सदा हंसते रहते हैं. ಹೂ ಯಾವ್ದಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಹೂವ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಅರಳಿದಾಗ ನೋಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೂ ಒಂದು ಗುಲಾಬಿ ಹೂವ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ, ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೂವ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಹೂವ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ, ಆ ಹೂವ ಏನು ಅರಳುತ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಅರಳಿದಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಹೂವ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಗುತ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. इसलिए कहते हैं फूल सदा हंसते रहते हैं. फूल जब खिलते हैं हंसते हंसते हमको दिखते हैं. खिल खिल कर झड़ते रहती हैं. खिल खिल कर देखिए फूल जब खिलता है उसे झरना भी होता है, झड़ता भी है. आ हुआ ಅರಳುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಅರಳುತ್ತೆ, ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಅದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಮುಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಗಿಡದಿಂದ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. इसीलिए यहाँ पे हमें कहते हैं फूल सदा हंसते रहते हैं, खिल खिल कर झड़ते रहते हैं. नगताने और कड़े उड़ते रंग बिरंगी मोहक छवि से अपने अंतर की सुगंध से. रंग बिरंगी मोहक छवि से ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬಣ್ಣಗಳಿಂದ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬಣ್ಣದಂತೆ ಆ ಹೂಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಸಂದೇಶ, ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಸುಗಂಧವನ್ನು ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತವ. रंग बिरंगी मोहक छवि से अपने अंतर की सुगंध से तन से मन से निज जीवन से सब जगह को सुरभित करते हैं. फूल सदा हंसते रहते हैं. सिर्फ तन और मन को इतना ही नहीं, हमारे निजी जीवन में भी और सबके सब जगह को भी वो क्या करती हैं? सुरभित करते रहते हैं. फूल सदा हंसते रहते हैं. रहो सदा सबको सबसे हिल मिलकर. आगे कहती हैं फूल सबसे हिल मिलकर रहना चाहिए. ಎಲ್ಲರ ಜೊತೆ ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಕೂಡಿ ನಾವು ಬಾಳಬೇಕು, ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ रहो सदा सबसे हिल मिलजुल कर. सबसे कैसे रहना चाहिए? हिल मिलजुल कर रहना चाहिए. आपस में प्रेम से रहना चाहिए, आपस में प्यार से रहना चाहिए, एक दूसरे के प्रति वहां पे अच्छे से रहना चाहिए. कष्ट सहो जीवन में हंसकर. जो भी तुम्हें कष्ट आए जीवन में हंसकर से सहना चाहिए. हंसकर नगु नಗುತ್ತಾ ಕಷ್ಟವನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ನುಂಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಆ ಕಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ದಾಟಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ್ದಾಗಿ ಕಷ್ಟ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಕಷ್ಟ ಬಂತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಆ ಭಗವಂತನನ್ನು ಬೈತೀವಿ. ಏನು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಆ ಭಗವಂತ ನಮ್ಮೇ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟ, ನಾವೇ ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿದ್ವಿ, ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತು ಸುಖದಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಯ್ತು ಹೀಗಾಯ್ತು, ಇದು ತಪ್ಪು. ಆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಬಂದಾಗ ಆ ಕಷ್ಟ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಹಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಆ ಕಷ್ಟನ್ನು ನುಂಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. जीव सदा सबको सुख देकर फूल ही हमसे कहते हैं. जीव सदा ಹೂ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಆ ಹೂವ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಅರಳಿದ ಒಂದು ಗುಲಾಬಿ ಹೂವನ್ನು ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಬಂದು ಮುರಿತಾರಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಹೂವ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಗುತ್ತಾ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ऐसे ही फूल जब खिलता है लोग उसे तोड़ते हैं तो उसे कोई आपत्ति नहीं. वे लोगों के लिए ही बना है, उसे पता है मैं लोगों के लिए ही बना हूं. इसलिए हमें भी संदेश दे रहा है कि हम भी ऐसे जियो, हम भी जी रहे लेकिन सबके साथ सबको सुख देकर जीना है. सबके साथ आनंद से, संतोष से, हंसी खुशी से जीना है. हमें आगे बढ़ना है. फूल सदा हंसते रहते हैं. फूल क्या करते हैं? सदा हंसते रहते हैं. इसलिए यहाँ पे कहती हैं हमारा जीवन फूल के जीवन के जैसा होना चाहिए. हम भी हंसते रहना चाहिए. हम भी फूल के जैसे कष्ट को नष्ट को सहन कर जीवन में आगे बढ़ने का प्रयास करना चाहिए. ऐसे ही फूल की तरह हमारा जीवन बनना चाहिए. ये क्या था? अभिनव गीत का जो फूल सदा हंसते रहते हैं, जो छोटी सी कविता है हरिशंकर कश्यप के द्वारा लिखी. इस कविता को विवरण देखने के बाद में ये पता चलता है कि हमें कोई भी कष्ट आए या कोई एक हमें जीवन में एक दुख आए, दुख को हम ऐसे जिए कि हमें कोई दुख ही नहीं, कोई कष्ट नहीं, हम बहुत ही अच्छे से जी रहे हैं. ऐसे हमें क्या करना है? जीना है. यही हरिशंकर कश्यप जी का कहना है बच्चों के प्रति। जो इसमें आपको समझ में नहीं आया है मुझे आप पूछ सकते हैं। ये मेरे पुस्तक में नहीं है, पुस्तक में क्या बोल ಇದೊಂದು ಹೋಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಓದಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ? ಹರೀಶ ಹರೀಶಂದ್ರ ನಮ್ಮೂರದವನು ಅದು ನಮ್ಮೂರದವನು
ಸರ್ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ದವಾಖಾನಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ರಲ್ರಿ ಸರ್?
ಹಾ ನೀನಾ?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಮತ್ ಮಾತಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಏನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ
ಸರ್ ಸುಮ್ಮ ಮಾತಾಡ್ರಿ.
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಕೇಳು ಹರೀಶ.
ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್.
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಇವತ್ತು FA3 ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ನೀವು ಆ FA3ಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರೀರಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದಂತ ಒಂದು ಪಾಠ ಕೂಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಬರೀರಿ. ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಪುಟ್ ಮಾಡದೆ, ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ದುಂಡಾಗಿ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಬರೀರಿ. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿ, ಸರಿನಾ?
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ.
ಸರ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬಿಡಮ್ರಿ?
मोबाइल